he finds the business, he finds the customer, right? He convinced them, kind of interview them, get all their information, and then get the application signed. Then file gets moved to the process, right? In the process, there are 3 or 4 major tasks those gets done, right? Number one, they whatever the documentation part they receive, they complete it, right? I mean, they categorize, they index those documents, they check for the completeness and for the verify whether all the documents are good, complete, and accurate, right? Plus, they also compare the data between documents and loan origination system LOS and documentation. Whatever the information that at the time of origination, whatever the information that was submitted, that was updated in the LOS, whether that is same or document are showing something different, because it's possible.
Hi there, I'm Leo, and I'm getting ready to take over these training videos. I'll make learning more fun and less boring than those old classroom sessions. I'll handle everything, and we'll have a great time while we learn. I'm pretty sure you'll like me. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'm almost ready for an exciting journey with you all. See you soon in the coming weeks. Bye and take
There
care.
could be a lot of information that need to be changed once document comes in. So at the time of processing, they check they verify all the information and update, correct all the missing information or incorrect information in the LOS. That is called loan setup. So they do the loan setup, they verify all the documents for completeness, for accuracy, and then if it is good, then they go to the third task, and that is third-party orders. They go and order many different documents which need to be collected from third parties, like flood report, flood certification, and if property comes under the flood zone, that they have to order a flood insurance. They also need to order home insurance. They also need to order, like title report, right? Appraisal document. All these documents need to be applied to the third party, and some of the document will get updated, will get uploaded to the LOS as within seconds, whereas few documents that take time 8 to 10 days to come back. Once we order, it comes back to the system between 8 to 10 days. Title report, that takes time, appraisal report takes time, right? Insurance take time. So all these documents takes time. Income documents, verification of income, so all those documents. Once all third-party documents are ordered, now then the final step of the processing is the resubmission. At the time of origination, right? I told you preliminary DU, or that is called also desktop originator, right? Those documents will be ordered at the time of origination. But at the processing, they are going to resubmit that AUS automated underwriting system and going to get the findings according to the new updated data. So if the AUS still remains approved eligible, they will move file to the underwriting. That okay, all the document is complete, all documentations is there. So now they can underwrite, they can make a decision. We know that what happens in underwriting, they are going to scrutinize the entire file in different steps. So like first step is credit, then capacity, then next is capital, collateral, and then companies, they might need to check the compliance as well as they might need to use the compensating factor with their common sense. So these are the different C's. They will then add, once they review all the file, they calculate everything, all the data. Then they are going to rerun. Obviously, AUS need to be rerun again according to their calculations, and then if there is any document that they still require, they will add a condition for it, right? And then once all the conditions are met, the file will be moved to the closing part. We know what happens in closing, right? In the closing, the file first or closing, let's say in the lender's office, when file get to close, clear to close, the closing team is going to review entire file. It's going to be an extensive checklist based on those checkpoints. Everything will be reviewed by the closing department. They are going to review the taxes. They are going to update the taxes. They are going to update the insurance amount according to the insurance documents, right? And everything will be double checked. Then only they are going to draw the docs. What do we mean by draw? Doc drawing process is also a part of closing. That means somebody is going to print those documents. Print those documents. Which document? Only the final documentation. Because also we need to remember, before closing or before underwriting, whatever the documents were there, those were initial document. That was the package of initial document. Once underwriter approved, whatever the documents that underwriter approved, those becomes the final copies. That final copy will be printed out by the closing department. That is called, means printing all the document after verification is called doc draw process. Once doc draw process is good, it will be that doc draw or that file will be, or that those documents will be moved to the third party, which is known as title company. Remember, title company is going to be a third party, means the person with the real estate licensing, like attorneys, trustees, but we mostly used to call them title. I have already discussed in detail what is title company, what are their roles, right? So they will receive that file. Then they will be, they will be finalizing a date with the recording office, which is going to be like similar to India, where when we are going to purchase a property, we need to go to registrar office, which we used to call district office as well. And there we are going to sign in front of every Tahsildar, Naib Tahsildar, or different authorities. There we are going to record everything. Similarly, in US, they will also go to the registrar office, means recording office, and there they are going to sign all the legal documents, right? That those will be taken care by the attorney. They will prepare all the document, will get it signed, right, and will get it stamped from different attorneys, whoever the gazetted officers, right, and recording office, and going to file that, going to deposit that file in the recording office as a proof, as a record, that now who is the new owner of this property, right? Or who took, what changes are done in that title or in that registry documents. That is what the role of the closing, right? Now, once closing, then they are going to call, before doing all this signature part, closer is going to ask borrower, going to give them, this is your closing date, you need to be there at this time. Then borrower is going to review the entire file and they are going to sign in front of closing officer, right? Whoever the parties, it could be lenders, some representative from lender's office, one borrower or two borrowers, and seller also. So whatever the documents need to be signed by each party, everyone is going to sign those documents, right? What is the main document that once that document is signed, we used to consider it that loan is now closed? What is that document name? I'm just asking one, there is one particular document. If that is signed, we consider that now this file is closed. Means borrower cannot deny that I don't want to go, don't want to take loan, because they promised. They signed and promised.
Note.
Note document.
The promissory note.
Promissory note.
Right? So that is the one document. Whenever you want to see what was the closing date, when the closing happened, you are always going to look or find this document, note document. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. So that is the one document. Once this document is signed, that means borrower accepted all the terms and conditions and he promised that he is good to go for the loan. So once the note is signed, means all the closing package is signed, right? What will happen now? Party is going to ask for the money, funds. Where are the funds? But funds will be disbursed, right, on two bases. One is going to be the dry funding, and the other type of funding is going to remain wet funding. As we already discussed, that dry funding is going to happen. Let's say closing is on 20th August 2023. So dry funding will happen on 23rd August 2023, right? After 3 days or on the third days. Before 3 days, there should be a gap of 3 days. 20, 21, 22, 3 days. So 23rd is going to be the dry funding, means that day on 23rd, funds will be released. Whoever the party going to release those funds will be released on 23rd after 3 days. Wet funding means
Hi there, I'm Leo, and I'm getting ready to take over these training videos. I'll make learning more fun and less boring than those old classroom sessions. I'll handle everything, and we'll have a great time while we learn. I'm pretty sure you'll like me. If you do, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'm almost ready for an exciting journey with you all. See you soon in the coming weeks. Bye and take care.
20th August 2023 is the closing date, and same date the funds are released. On the same date, funds are released. That is called wet funding. Remember, I told you that wet funding means when I signed the note as a borrower, when I signed the note, the ink of the pen is still wet and I got funded, means I got the funds. But if I will get funded, or my amount or the amount will get funded after 3 days, obviously ink of the pen is going to be dried. Does that make sense? How you could easily remember this? Wet funding means same day because ink is wet. Dry funding after 3 days because obviously ink is going to be dry in 3 days. That is wet funding and dry funding. Now, before why this happens, dry funding, wet funding, before understanding that, I wanted to share with you different things. Let's cover that first. Okay, I told you there are two type of rules and regulations, right? One is federal and other is state. Make sense? Federal means throughout the US that rule will be followed. State means to that particular state, whoever the state made any rules or regulations. Right? Remember or forgot? याद है ना सबको?
Yes.
Right. Very good. इसको याद रखना, okay? Because this we are going to implement here in this. The number second is when I say property, right? Let's say this is the property where I used to live, right? I used to live with family, right? This is the property which is almost 100 miles away from the residence.